All right, everybody. Good afternoon. Hope you guys had an awesome long Memorial Day weekend. I know I did. Good little breath of fresh air, little step away. Awesome day today. YMAT was the one. And I want to sort of break down how you can find the right stock, how you can find this top stock before everybody else. How is that even possible? How can you predict price action? Well, it's not really about predicting price action, more so about predicting people and how they're going to react at different prices. So I'm going to break down what that sort of looks like, how you can do that, and also how to stop from giving back profits too, like I did this morning over on CPSH, because I gave back some profits. A little bit frustrating, but I want to talk about it because there's a lot of stuff to break into in this video. Now, today was not too bad. Again, I had a few things I was watching going back to YMAT, QTEX, and CODX. Now, the only one from this list that actually met criteria, we actually had two. We had YMAT, which was my stock of the morning, biggest stock of the day. QTEX, I didn't play. It never set up, unfortunately. But looking back over at CODX, I had a few little small trades on it. I don't want to take too much time on this. It actually ended up making the move after the stream. Go figure. And I was already done for the morning at that point. So I want to go back and talk more about YMAT. We'll sort of go into the meat of the lesson so I don't waste your time here, because I know your time is valuable. Also, video's up a little bit later today. I tried to do it this morning and my camera died. So I said, well, I went on over to the beach. I came back and I said, oh, now I'll do my video. So let's get this thing up here. So when it comes to this on YMAT, the first thing I want you to note is this was your leading gapper this morning. It was up like 250%. Was one of your top gainers. And well, it was your top gainer. So I was watching this primarily over everything else. And sure enough, this thing was the one at market open. Now, the game plan here initially from my pre-market list was to break over 180. Well, as you can see, I played it much lower, like $1.38. Why was that? Why did I play this lower than I initially intended to play it? Well, because it's set up in an amazing way. Now, what I noticed here, let me clear off some of these levels so I don't give you a seizure here trying to look at these charts. What I noticed is going into the open. For starters, I had these higher highs right before the bell. Now, with that, I also have these higher lows as well. Right, so we also have these higher lows for this low, right, drag it on into the open. Now, what happens here is actually really interesting, right? I know that we have this ascending channel getting put in. So I've got one way to play it. I don't want to play it anywhere through here. So my only way that I can play this either up here over that high, which I don't love doing, or off the bottom of that channel for the room backed up to the previous highs. So what happens here is really quite cool. And this is one of those setups this morning where I looked at it, and as soon as I saw it, I said, well, I've got to play this. It was such a good setup. Whenever you look at something and it just slaps you in the face, you're like, oh, I have to trade this, right? That's basically how this felt. I knew I had to trade it. It looks so good. And so the first trade here that I had on this, where we open up and price tries to curl back to the upside here, which of course, like I said, I don't like it through here because we have no range, right? We're top of channel. So it then flushes, right? We fake out off these highs. It rejects and then halts down. Right, so this halts down into the bottom of this channel. Then from here it resumes, it continues lower, and then buyers start to step back in. So buyers begin to step back in after it tries to break trend to the downside, right? Because right here is where it breaks trend. It breaks trend, and as soon as it does, a buyer steps back in and takes it back up in a strong way, back off that bottom. I said, we have trend line support sitting down here at like $1.30, give or take. So what happens? Well, I see buyers swarm back in, this massive engulfing candle off the lows, and even due to the fact, right, we still had the EMAs and VWAP right above price. And in most situations, you'd look at this and say, well, wouldn't that put you off? Why do you like this? It's one of those things where I have to read people more so than I read that chart. And so in most cases where this is going to be a massive red flag of taking something right here, right tight beneath VWAP, right tight beneath the EMAs, I knew myself, and I even told you on stream this morning, that if this broke VWAP, this would look good to other traders. They're going to start chasing this thing. So we had beautiful risk to reward, big buyers stepping in off the lows. And what this told you, this thing gave the shorts a massive middle finger. It tries to make a move to the downside, and guess what? No, the market said, no, we're not doing that. And so, again, buyers step in, sellers are out the building, and from there, it's an easy play. Entry here off of 138, risking off the bottom of that candle at 130 for the range back up into those opening highs. It's simple, right? This is, of course, the target because this was our grab of liquidity out of market open, right? We had sitting supply. So, again, I got a perfect move here from, you can see 140 all the way to about $1.55, where, of course, I sold the rest here as we broke back to the downside as it failed to continue higher. And that was that. Super happy with it. Then again, that wasn't the only play that I have on this, because then guess what? We know now we have this high from open. We have this high here putting in place this lower high. So we have lower high. And so from here, I'm looking for the simple break of trend. And so guess what? It puts in place, and I almost took it here, but the reason why I didn't take it here, I wanted to see strength first. I'm not going to go taking a weak pullback underneath the EMAs, but if I see strength, then of course I can play it then. Now, this is a really simple setup. Again, clean break of trend. Guess what? If we broke above, right, we had range back to retest this high and then up into these pre-market highs towards 170, 180. So again, buyers swarm back in, and guess what? 1 minute pullback, I snag my entry at 148, risking off of right here off VWAP, super tight, looking for that continuation higher. From there, of course, I'll bring back up into these highs. So again, beautiful trade. Actually got halted up. Of course, here sold a quarter, sold a half, had a quarter left. So again, for reference, from a 148 entry, I sold a quarter at 152, had a half sold at 156, had a quarter left at 161. Now, out of that halt, I was really hoping this was going to resume in a strong way and gap up out of that halt, flip back and then continue higher back over 180 and hopefully back to. Unfortunately, was a weak resumption where, of course, as sellers began to come in, went ahead and took my exit about 8 cents above my entry and was able to take my quick win on that. So again, that was really nice. Super happy. Again, went 2 for 2 on this. Of course, left it alone afterwards after they put in place this double top off the high and let her be. Outside of that is where the morning, well, I also had a win on BIYA, which I don't want to waste too much time on. Simple 1 minute pullback over the pre-market high. You can see here, played it from 176 to about 182, just a small play. But where I'm, again, wanting to go with this CPSH. Now, for starters, I'm not a huge fan of where my entry was on this today. And honestly, I'm pretty embarrassed to show these, right? I'm going to, because I make mistakes. And I saw this setting up, and I think for me, I guess I wanted to start the week off on a great note, and so I came in here and I took a quarter size position on this, right? A small size position. And so what we had, let me show you. Let me get rid of this because it wasn't here at the time. Right, so we have this range put in after this halt, right? Halts here, resumes, pulls back, puts in place this range, then breaks out higher. As it puts in place this range, I'm looking for, hopefully, continuation on the simple breakout. And so in most cases, this is an awesome setup, and I actually have nothing wrong with where I took it here. Because this one here, I took it for the break of 980 to 10. I was small green on. I had it from 950 to 960, 940, 960, whatever. And so it rejects. That's where I just took the exit and I went to sitting back. And well, this is where the sort of tilt starts. It pulls back and I try to take a quarter size again here to see if we couldn't get curling this time off these past highs. Again, it fails. That now I took a small loss on it. Now I'm small red on this. I took it there with a quarter size from 930 back down to about 905. So 25 cents a share. Again, starting with a little tiny red on this, right? Just 2 quarter size positions, 1 small win, 1 small loss. And so at this point of the day, I'm sitting here nice because I've got CODX for some profit. I've got BIYA for small profit. And I've got YMAT with 2 beautiful trades, right? Fantastic setups. And what happens is I'm pretty irritated with this, right? It's not so much taking a loss. It's more so just I feel like I got a bad read on it. I'm frustrated. And so it consolidates, and then squeezes up to 1080. And the problem is I don't punch it here. Because of what happened back here, I'm surely it's going to reject again. Then it continues higher, and that's where I get a little bit irritated. So I took a trade that I shouldn't have and gave back some profit. I gave back a little bit of profit. I took a quarter size position. I said, you know what, I'm going to look for a 9 EMA pullback for the move back up through 11, 12, and so on and so forth. Because the daily chart looked fantastic. I said, you know what, this looks great. This looks awesome. Which stinks, right? Whenever you have those good trades like YMAT, to go back and give back profits on something that's not even a great setup, it's frustrating. Right? It's one of those things where at the moment, I think I was irritated after seeing this first one where I take a small loss on it. Then I see it rocket higher. I'm like, well, shoot, now it's breaking out. I want to try and take some pullbacks over this previous 5 day here. Try to get aggressive as buyers step back in because it pulls back off the 9. Buyers step back in, right? Again, nail it here for the breakout higher, right? And they're just so extended away from VWAP, extended away from the 9 EMA. In the day, it just, for all practical purposes, it just wasn't a great entry. So for me, while I traded everything else great today, I'm still very happy with the morning. It's just, this is one of those things where you look back and it's like, less is so much more. The first 2 trades on this, fine. Losses are going to happen, but it's this right here that I'm angry about, right? Because it was a trade that I shouldn't have taken. And so where I'm going with this is you just trade less, you make a whole lot more money. And I can tell you too, where I was satisfied with where I was at with YMAT. And then you go and trade this because it's like, oh, I don't want to miss out. Try to get a little bit too aggressive for the squeeze up through 11. It cost me a little bit of profit. So anyways, that's the morning. This here, what would I have done differently? Well, I just wouldn't have taken it up here. I would have taken it whenever we were tighter off the 9, tighter off of VWAP. So anyways, whenever I make a mistake, I want to review it with you all. But anyways, nice little way to start the week. Get a little bit of something going, break the ice a little bit, get the blood flowing. Should be a fun rest of the week, though, with today out of the way. Of course, last night's free stock watch list did great. PCLA with a big move today. If you do keep up with my free stock watch list, this thing gave you a nice move from last night's list. So, all that being said, make sure to subscribe for daily content just like this. And, as always, make sure to grab your 7-day free trial in the description down below to trade alongside me in real time on stocks just like this today on YMAT. Of course, PDT rule goes away on the 4th next week. Going to be a very fun time. Very sort of uncharted territory. So it's going to be fun to experience together. I'm looking forward to it greatly. And let's get out there and make some money the rest of the week. Let me know in the comments below how you did today as well. And I will see you tomorrow morning or back here for the daily recap.